Hey, my name is Greg Mark. I'm not David Kuhn, but we decided to hold this presentation. I'm the CTO of Functional Finances Ltd. And at our company, we have a vision to introduce R for the whole business. We don't really aim for different teams, specific teams in a big company, but we aim to introduce really R for the company as a whole. As our experience, we work for big insurance companies. R is everywhere. You can find R in insurance companies, in banks, and where basically statistics or big data is there, R is there. But usually R is, there are small teams, not isolated teams, which are using R. 2 or 3 guys in a department are using R, and there is another department in the very same company also using R without knowing that there are other people who are using also R. Maybe we can use their results also. So we came up with some kind of motivation why we are doing what we are doing, and basically it covers 8 points, which is the UL test for data science. Basically, it's just when a new employee comes into your company, basically at the very first day, that employee should be able to use any kind of result your company achieved in the previous days immediately, without any help. It should be there. So it's just, this 8 point is really about that it really should be there, and it should work. And we added another one, that as soon as you are done with your statistics, is it available for the rest of the company? There will be a specific R environment somehow set up, somehow managed by IT, and then you will be able to work in it at the end. But in every big company, there are more and more languages and more environments and more tools which should use your results. For example, there will be Excel tools for QRT reportings and all this stuff, and it will be just so nice that your results and your daily calculations could be important to those tools. The ideal process, according to us, it's very simple. That from the source code, it's the SCM, it's a source code management tool, somehow a deployable package should be built, and then it should end up in a central repository. And we really believe that the central repository is kind of the heart to share your code or your R packages in your company. And then from that central repository, the different production tools can access all those packages. And there should be an automated process that will generate the documentation, run all the unit tests for the package, and build the package as it is. And then the package with the same third-party tool should end up in the repository. And then from the repository also, a tool should be able to deploy all the necessary packages to the tools that are required. What we have for solution for the repository, it's a tool that we call as lab. And we were thinking that, okay, what we are expecting from such a repository? It should be able to incorporate the eRum and bioconductor. Those are the 2 big publicly available package repositories. But also because you are working for a big company, then there will be packages and there will be code, there will be models that you are not able to share with everyone in the world. These are the internal packages, they are proprietary solutions, proprietary models, and they should be protected. So for that purpose, there should be private repositories too, where you can upload your packages, and only those who have access to those repositories can access it. And there should be also a specific type of package, which is the shared packages, which aren't really part of the publicly available repositories. They are all still internal packages, but you want them to be accessible for the whole business. So anyone who has access to lab can access all those packages. It can happen that two different departments cannot see each other data or each other codes for some regulatory reasons, but those two still can have packages that they will share. And for us, the package is not just a package that the R community knows, that will code the manual folders and the R functions and all this stuff, but everything which has a description file. The description file is very important because in the description file you can state all the dependencies your own package or your own deployable unit has. So every time I deploy something with a description in it, I will be able to trace back all the dependencies that specific deployed package has. And that's also a very, very important thing what we had when we planned this repository, that all the dependencies, the interdependencies between the publicly available packages and the internal packages should be available. So when I deploy an internal package, which also depends another internal package on a publicly available package, I should be able to fetch everything with just using one command. And that command should be the install packages. We don't want to use any tricks, but the standard available tools, which is the install packages. We also made it there to be as easy as possible to use for IT, not just for the quant. So we made it with a zero-config installation, which means that it's a standard Java application which can be deployed anywhere without any configuration needed from IT. Of course, there are some configuration which you have to write down, but that's just within a folder. That's no real complex processes are there. And there is another very important aspect that multiple versions of the same package can coexist. And there is an API which can say that, okay, what versions this package has, which allows our second tool, which I will introduce soon, that every single package where you state which version of the other packages it uses, it will install only those. So when you have to reproduce your previous analytics or statistics, then you can fetch the specific version of that package. And because the dependencies are already managed by install packages, and then it's just, if you just fetch every single version which is mentioned in that description, imagine that there are at least 10 versions. So version 10 is the latest, greatest, and then suddenly a regulator comes and says that, okay, 2 years ago you used version 5, and version 5 depends on version 5 of everything else. And using layer and layer APIs, you will be able to fetch version 5 from everything, although you are using version 5. It sounds complicated, but it's really easy. And for our little test, yeah, we have just, let's see, can data scientists utilize the latest tools packages that have ID? Yes, everything is there, everything is in layer. It's searchable, it's there. Does collaboration happen through a system other than email? Yes. As soon as you uploaded your package into layer, it's there, it's available for everyone. Is there a single place to search for past research usable data sets and code? That's it. Yes, it's there. As soon as it's in there, it's available. And those little blue boxes, the product includes, and when you run R, run will be running in a specific environment configuration. It can be configured within a folder. In ownR, our second tool, will just facilitate the creation of those folders. It's an open source package, you can install it via the command at the bottom. And the main advantage using ownR is that you can link your R environments to layer installation. And if you do that, then it will automatically create a link between your R environment and the layer. And as soon as you do that, every single installation command will fall back to the basic install packages command, which is available by R. And it will know that, okay, if I want to install this proprietary package, then I will go and fetch it from the private packages which are there. And since you can have multiple packages and multiple repositories also private, it will just fetch it wherever it needs. It is also able to release packages into a layer. So as soon as you are done with your package development, a single command will release the package into the specific layer you are just connected. And the two together form the answers to our question: can new hires get set up in the environment to analyze in their first day? Yes, it's a single command over create will create the required settings. You have to only know the URL of the layer installation, and then you are done and so on. Can it, that's what we do. Can data scientists find and reproduce past experiment results using the original code? Yes. And on the top of these two, so now we have a central repository, and we have a way to just create R environments linked to that R repository. We can add a third layer, which will allow us to expose all these R containers to the REST API. Exposer is our third tool, which will create a REST API on the top of the R calculations. So basically, if you have an R container which is linked to a layer, then you can install any of your packages into that container. And with Exposer, you can select from all the available packages within the container, select what functions you want to expose, and those functions will be exposed via eRum using the REST API, which means that you can get or you can forward get or post requests, and then post your parameters, and then you will have your results. We are using JSON as a protocol for passing the data. So basically, there, JavaScript, Java, C#, anything. It's up to your imagination where you want to incorporate it. Exposer also is able, it's a web application, you have a web UI to just create, read, update, and delete all the R containers you have. You have a UI to just fiddle around with it and add packages, install packages into the containers which you just create. And it allows also, and that's R in a dedicated environment, which means that within the business you can end up with a separated R environment where everything is backed up and supported by IT, and only that area is using R. So as soon as another department which is using Java or Moses or Prophet or whatever, they don't need to install R, they don't need to know R, because then they will just tell you that, okay, these are the functionalities that I want to use from your department, please expose it to us, and as soon as you have a REST API, then it's just a matter of formulating the HTTP requests, and then the data will be there. So within the company, only one environment has to be set up, and that's all. And with the three tools together, we were able to just put check marks everywhere. Okay, the eighth tool your data scientists use the best tool money can buy. That's a question that's up to you to answer. And of course, you can also access your statistics without using R, because the statistics written in R is exposed easy. We have a Dutch client called Datalog, where we were able to successfully deploy all our tools I just mentioned. And then they have a more complicated deployment process, what I just described. Basically, they have a sandbox environment where the statisticians can use their daily job. So they are using R as a tool set, not something that they have to run every now and then, but it's just for analytical purposes. And as soon as they are done there, their investigations is done. Okay, this will be the new model for calculating some specific risk, for example. Then IT can take it over. And since IT is already trained in R, it's not just the statisticians, but IT is also trained in R. Then the R code that was developed and finished by the statisticians, IT is taking over, and we'll create a development process, we'll update, enhance the code, analyze the performance of it, and as soon as they are done, with the help of Jenkins, this is our third-party tool, which, not ours, but this is a third-party tool that we advise to use. It will just test, build and install, just build and release the package in question, and we'll release it into a test lab. So the test repository will contain results. Then the test will start, the test managers comes into the picture, will first do a regression test, does the code, does what it should do, does it comply with the rules of the business, and is it good enough? So there will be some quality assurance check. And then as soon as the test is done, then again, Jenkins will come into the picture, we'll pick up from the test layer, and we'll deploy it into the production layer. And the production layer is something that is available for everyone. It's a very stable repository. And then from the production layer, any kind of client can use it. Shiny applications can use all the packages. Command line applications and Excel also can invoke anything that's required. So
I think we have just one.
yeah, but currently I'm at the questions.
Great.
So, any questions?
Thank you very much. Any questions? How much does it cost?
Currently, you have to write an email to us, and we can.
So, because it's a good piece of job, I think, and there is another currency which companies do not see. It's time.
Yes.
And I saw the attitude that companies, okay, let's do something with advanced analytics, let's do something with big data, okay? We got some proposals, a lot of money. Nothing happens, years goes by, and that's it. And I appreciate it. And it has to cost.
Yes.
It has to have a cost.
Yes.
That's a normal point. I don't understand why companies, IT managers or business managers cannot accept that those things cost. Like they really
Sadly, that's a question I cannot answer why they can accept this fact. But to be honest, at our client where we were successfully introduced R for the business, there we had management backup. We had a very good manager who shared our vision, so we had we had sufficient money. Not just for us, we were just the smallest portion for the whole team. They had to buy servers, they had to buy appliances and all this stuff. So we had luck in a sense.
So your price list is according to the size of the company or complexity of the job to be done or
our CEO is sitting over there, so I'm looking.